Alright, Virgos, let's go ahead and take off the spiritual goggles for a moment. Okay, Virgos. Virgo, 9 of Spades. So something that you've gained wisdom about, something that you've traveled in, something that you've ascended from or ascended into, that deals with air, that deals with communication, that deals with something opposite to you. Could deal with Pisces energy, or just connection in general was opposite to Earth would be something like water, where opposites attract, and in some way they kind of need each other, like Earth and water, because Earth is derived out of water, okay? And air is just something, a mechanism that flows within multiple different kind of waters, that travels through water. So 9, yeah, something that is ascended into, like ascended in or ascended out, that deals with your environment, that deals with a gift within your environment. Leo also had this card that deals with like a golem, an intent, a desire, a motivation, getting out into your environment, being ascending from, or ascending out of or into whatever internal thought, because we're dealing with the dark aspect of it, and thoughts are something that are internal, and then thought external. Thoughts are things that you know you've saturated into external, and now you have some sort of internal thinking mechanism about it, a train of thought about these things, a communication about these things, a connectivity about these things that is beyond just like a connection, but a connectivity where things are actually linking and corresponding and relating and communicating and getting things from point A to point B, traveling. So Virgo, it could be also traveling in your environment, building these golems, building these intentions, building these gifts within your environment. Maybe having a problem with building intent in your environment, with building automation in your environment, or you may have saw that as a problem and actually been working on that problem, like an equation as a problem. But when you sit down and you actually get into the equation and you start to move things around and see what you can do with this side and see how it balances with this side, and how you can get this equation to make sense or make a sentence, something that actually has a clear beginning to end of outcome that comes about from an equation. Maybe working that equation out in your environment. And 3, and connecting with that equation in your environment. So 933. So ascending, and what it is that you're ascending into is thoughts, communications, things that you may need to balance. And where these things coming from, they're deriving from your goddamn environment, the things that's in your environment, the fire and desire, the passion, the things that are in your environment that actually are worth connecting to and then paying attention to. So 1, 2, the individual, the trine that is relating within a space, and then a 60-degree angle, that's 60, which is spending time relating, having a star quality, having a charisma, having a charismatic gift, you know, within your environment. 9, 3, that's a 12. This is a 15, and 15 that comes to a 6, which is Virgo. So Virgos, you're Virgoing. So go ahead and Virgo right now. Shit, Moon and goddamn Taurus. Moon, you tried the fuck up right now, Virgo. Moon and Taurus, or Sun and Capricorn, and you a Sun, Moon, Ascended, or Mercury and Virgo. So you're Virgoing right now, and you're doing what you do best. you're working on things, you're practicalizing things, you're analyzing things, you're being analytical, you're mutable as it relates to adapting to your own and other people ways of being practical, of building, of seeing things grow and actually come into fruition. The earth element of Mercury, which is Mercury is that you're the badass little cutie that like your aunt be dropping off at your house, and it's like, damn, like you not even like, it'd be one thing if you were my actual sibling, but nigga, you just bad and you don't even fucking live here. Like, you're bad and you're not even like, you don't even live here. Why are you acting like this, nigga? Like, act like you know where you at. Mercury really don't even be knowing where the fuck is at. Mercury be out of his fucking mind, bitch. Like, what? Y'all about to make me lose my mind up in here with these goddamn badass babies, aka Virgoing. And yeah, so Virgo, you're going to be mutable to your own way of practicalizing and communicating what you're practical about, what you communicating what has actually come to grow, or being analytical and getting into the analytics and what is really the practical part of how things grow. What is the routine? What is the ritual? What is the working aspect? What is being worked on? You know, Virgo, what are you working on, and how does this relate to the environment, the vibe, and being able to create your own vibe? That is the environment. You could be in a fucked up ass environment, but any bitch from the hood knows that, bitch, it don't got shit to do with the environment. It don't have shit to do with the environment. It doesn't have anything to do with the schooling, third type things that happen in your environment, like schools. It doesn't have anything to do with, you know, the 9 aspect of it, the opposites, the 3 and the 9, where you can have a schooling, but then you can also have a higher. You can be the girl who does all the girls' hair on the street, but you can also be the girl who has a beauty school license, where you're licensed to work inside salons and shit, and then not get shut down. You get what I'm saying? Like, schooling. The schooling versus, like, bitch, I can school a couple motherfuckers on how to do the crossbang swoosh over 3,000. But girl, do you have the higher education? Did you travel? Did you travel places, and did you go into a legion, a real legion of motherfuckers? And the only legion that we are really legioning with right now is the overall legion. So then when we're not like overall religious, we are just religiously overall. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between having a whole bunch of, like, overall everybody's religious, that's one thing, versus religiously overall. You get what I'm saying? It gives true religion. It gives very much like, bitch, that's the true religion. That is the true religion. Like, don't let it just be like overall everybody's just religious. Everybody's just religious. Everybody just for themselves is religious. But why don't it just be religiously, like religiously on a ritual? It's overall. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's more all-encompassing versus the all-encompassing. Everything that is over all-encompassed is goddamn religious. You get what I'm saying? That's so many different religions, so many different ways of ritualizing things, when we can just religiously, on a ritual aspect, be in the overall, which is all possibilities and not limited, and creating your own vibe in Virgoing, being that this comes up to a 15, getting to a 6, ultimately being Virgo. And then Virgo, this is a Virgo reading, so Virgo, get into Virgoing, honey. Get into adopting to your own way of practicalizing things and seeing things grow, and actually caring about if those things grow, and actually caring about how those things grow, and what was that communication aspect that made that grow versus blah 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 else growing. Get into that.